Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another single-player episode. This time around, we're going to be processing all of this crazy wood that we bought down. Maybe we'll clean some up, actually, a little bit here. Just because it'll make it easier to process when we can actually see what we're processing. Clean it up, clean it up. Beauty. Looks good. See, in the last video we were just bunching up that hill a little bit there. This one we want to kind of clear this up a little bit if we can, just because we're starting to get quite the pile here. So hopefully we can get this nice and cleared up. And I can't remember where we're coming to. Oh, 14s apparently. It saved it. That's good. Glad to see that. We'll turn a light on here, make life a little brighter for everybody. Looting myself. Oops, and we drunkenly missed that grab. There we go. And there we go. So we were putting the big stuff up here, and then the rat tails at the back, if I remember correctly. Oh, and then these weird top bits. I don't know what the heck to do with those. You could probably load those onto a truck, but I think it'll just be nonsense, so maybe we'll just wood chip them. We should get a chipper out here, too. Clean up some of this mess we're creating. There we go. And then this one will create a nice tail. All this messy wood we got, hey? It's crazy. Just big piles of messy wood. Alright. So as I was discussing in the last video, I do have lots of really cool mods coming out. You're going to see some of the unreleased stuff, even from the V12 pack, popping up in these videos. That's one thing that's kind of exciting about single player, and I'm trying to get them a little more recent. My problem is I don't have the time to film enough to fill a whole week, like episode, just because I don't get the time to record that often with work and stuff. So what I end up doing is I'll sit here, I'll get a day where I have, you know, a good 2 to 3 hours, and I'll film, you know, 2 weeks worth of episodes right in this little bit of time. I wish I could have the time every day to even stop just to film an episode, but unfortunately the way my scheduling works, it just I'm usually either so damn tired I don't want to or don't have the time to when I do get the time. So I'd rather do this stuff when I'm in a good mood than be like sit here and be all grumpy and be like, yeah, my job sucks and work sucked today, and but I don't know, maybe there's probably some people that would actually enjoy listening to that, but I'd prefer to be at least in a slightly happy mood. Maybe not like overly happy, but slightly happy's good. There we go. So what we do is we'll just keep, you know, keeping on and try to stay in a happy, positive mood and cut down some trees. Like I always say in all my videos, this is usually my stress relief. It's just this little time you have to yourself to do something where you're still functioning. It's kind of like watching TV. This is like watching TV for me. It's just relaxing. Just relaxing. There we go. Everybody's got their little thing, and I don't mind making YouTube videos. I think it's kind of fun. I'm definitely not as, like, I don't know what you have to do to really be crazy these days to get, like, my whole thing is I'm not really out to be like a crazy big YouTuber, you know, like that's not really my whole goal. My goal is to, I mean, it's fun to have that like on the side if it happens to get bigger and people enjoy it, that's fantastic, but that's definitely not my goal. Like, I'm not going like, oh my god, if I don't become, you know, if I don't get 50,000 subs in the next year, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. Like, I don't know, those numbers don't really matter to me that much. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't care entirely. I mean, I really do like to see that a fan base is growing. I mean, growth is always a good thing for any kind of, you know, whether you're modding or you have a business or anything. It's really cool to see, but I don't base my, like, you know, happiness around whether my results are good or bad. So just having fun with it, man. And I think that's kind of the gist of anything, really. I think the moment I ever turned this into, like, all about the views or all about the YouTubes or, you know, like, that's all it's about. I think if I ever change it directly to that, yeah, it just won't be enjoyable for me, and I won't even want to do it anymore. I have a terrible habit of turning what I love into jobs. I did that with photography. I started off with a big love for photography for a really long time, and I still do like photography, I just don't do it as much anymore. But huge love for photography. I went out and I bought a really expensive camera that was like a retardedly expensive camera. We're talking like lots of money. Stupid amounts. More than your average camera. And I thought to myself, hey, you know what? This is going to be really fun. But if I'm going to spend, you know, a crazy amount, thousands and thousands of dollars on a camera, I have to justify that payment somehow other than just, you know, doing it for fun. So I said, I'm going to turn into a business for a while and see if, you know, see if I can make a business out of it. So I started doing, you know, portrait photos and, you know, the odd engagement photo, just kind of basic stuff like that. And it was pretty fun. But in the end, I kind of, I ended up doing weddings. That was a big one. I enjoyed doing weddings, but once in a while. But like anything I've done, ended up getting really good at it. And, which is good. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But the problem was people started requesting, like, for everything, for all weddings in the area. It's a small town, small area, so, you know, there's not a lot of people who do that here. So I kind of got the main brunt of everybody, which is good for business, but I wanted to do it for fun, and I wanted to do kind of the odd one here and there. I didn't really want to become a full-time, full-fledged, you know, do weddings every day, every other day, because that's really tiring. It takes a lot of energy out of you doing that kind of stuff. So I kind of just found that I started really not liking photography. I started dreading it. I wouldn't even pick up my camera to just go do fun things anymore, because I was just like, ugh, I just don't even want to look at my camera. I just did, you know, 10 weddings and I'm done. Like, ugh. Look at that. I almost penciled with the processor. Come on, that's worth a note. Let's try penciling the other way just for fun. I just want to see if I can do it. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's kind of like a pencil. That's pretty close. But anyway, yeah, so, like, to this day, I still have a camera. I paid off the camera entirely with that business because of how much work I got. And I got a really good reputation for being able to take really good photos, but I just got tired of it. So, like I said, I have a terrible way of making jobs or hobbies into actual jobs, right? And I mean, it's always good to make money, but sometimes it really isn't about the money. It's about finding something you enjoy in life and something you take pride in. And that's kind of what this, you know, FDR logging stuff has all been about. Maybe not when I first started. When I first started, it was definitely more for me. I didn't care. Now I'm doing it a little bit for myself and a little bit for you guys as well. Spread the love a bit. But, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely fun, and I still like doing this. And I have never really lost my love for this, which is one thing. I mean, I've had down times where I thought, I'm kind of bored with vlogging. I don't want to do it anymore. But somehow it just keeps knocking back on the door, and I just keep answering. I really enjoy logging stuff on this, and I enjoy making creations, and I think it's probably going to be a long-term thing for me for sure. Sorry, I'm just trying to separate these bigger pieces from these ugly little pieces, because I think those tops are actually really nice. I think I'll be able to use those if I load them onto a truck. Even if I do longs, I should be able to walk over there and fit some shorts. I might be able to kind of build a load there and clean it up. And this stuff, it doesn't matter how out of sorts it is, because we'll be able to pencil it anytime we want. So just kind of separating all the goodies here. So now I think I'm going to go back and skid down some more. My skidder's behind me here somewhere. Let's just give our skidder a nice wide space here. So yeah, if you find something you love and you can make money off of it, that's great. But don't try to turn it into something that it'll never be. Don't push yourself, because then you'll find, yeah, I don't know, it's just not as fun, and then you'll start to hate it. And then you've lost what you've even started with. So maybe I've been BSing this whole time. Oh, we still got lots of time. 5 minutes. which apparently is a lot of time these days. But yeah, find what you love, and if you can make a profit off it, that's great too, but don't always think about the money. Unless that's your thing, then always think about the money, but that's not my thing. See if we can make it up this hill. Oh yeah, we got this. Skidding down the hill will be easy. I don't know how skidding up the hill would have went, but luckily we don't have to do that, so we should be alright. So there's only 2 in that pile. Let's see here. Let's put our old ramp down and see if we can go shuffle up some of these here. Sometimes you can back up with the ramp and just grab them, but in this case I'm just gonna go like this. You want to try to line these up as close as possible to each other. So actually even this one I would put up like about here. Because then what happens is, in theory, they should all synchronize nicely when you pull them onto the truck. Or the skidder, truck, whatever. Close enough. Let's see if we can get that together here. That's kind of weird. Must be above the thing. I think we should still be able to bring her down there, though. So one thing I haven't tested is the dip here. I don't know how that's going to go on the back of this. I think it might have to be a problem. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. A little glitchy, but not too bad. You guys probably just love how I insert my little life lessons in here once in a while. Remember, always eat fiber, wash your hands, and don't eat yellow snow. The words of FDR. Brought to you by YouTube. Yeah. I don't know, I see lots of people out there doing, you know, stuff that they love, and then they're like, oh, you know what, I made it a business and it sucks now. Don't make it a business. Do stuff when you're happy. YouTube is kind of its own little monster. I mean, you have to be able to produce content on a pretty consistent basis in order to keep a decent fan base and to be able to keep things rolling all the time. When I first started doing YouTube, I didn't really care about any of that because I was just like doing my own thing, and I mean, I'm still kind of doing my own thing. YouTube is fun and cool, but I don't base my entire like, you know, creative process off of YouTube. Like, I don't look at a video and go, oh my god, it only got, you know, 100 views, and then this one got 1,000. You know, like, I don't. It's like, hey, you know what? Somebody liked that video better than the other one. I don't care. But some researchers and people who do that kind of stuff, they're like, oh yeah, so one video is bad, never make a video like that again. It's like, oh, all right, well, I don't care. I'll make however many videos I want and have a good time doing it. So I don't know whether the best method is to just pull these on and then drop them next to that pile. My whole plan is to try to bring these logs over to those logs so we can kind of sync everything up here. Now whether that's possible or not, we're going to find out, but we're going to try. So now in theory, what I was just going to do is back these kind of and shoot them as I go here. Like that, kind of. Yeah, that's pretty lined up. And then I want to kind of do the same thing again. But I want to grab all of them. So let's go. Let's just grab them right by the ends and see how that goes. It's going to look a little weird, but I bet you that'll pull a little bit nicer. Z? There we go. Yeah, not so bad. Maybe that's the real tip, hey, when you're line skidding. This is all new to me, doing line skidding with a table on the back. It's not something I've ever really done before. Of course, it wasn't really an option before either, so. Okay, so let's go Shift B. We'll drop them here. Oh, I don't know. That's quite a bit, man. I don't know how that's going to go. Let's try and see what happens. So let's grab, you will be the middle one. You will be the outside one, outside one, outside one. I think we're getting kind of cocky with this idea, but we're going to try it. Oops, I guess if we lower the deck, that probably helps too. You know, I wish you could, like, individually pull those little cables together to sync it all up. That'd be amazing. But I don't think that's an option. So that's a big load. We're just going to take that all in one, because I could probably throw these two on there, but I'm not going to try it. I have a feeling this load is going to push me down this hill sideways at this rate. Oh, man, it doesn't. Man, good for you, little skidder. We got a few that aren't really together there, but that's okay. We're still hauling here, so that's good. So now we're not gonna. Oops. Uh-oh. What happened? You know what? We're gonna cut it through here because that seems to be where fate wants us to go. Or not. Maybe fate wants us to go between these two trees. What are we hitting back there? I must be catching on something. Could just be the weight. Oh, come on! You can do it. You can do it, little skidder. Look at that. What a monster. This thing just giving her, man. Holy cow. That's crazy. I'm just excited about this thing because it's like, it's still in testing for me right now. I've never really used it, so this is kind of funny. It's kind of funny to see how much it can pull. I think we're probably, oh geez, we're at our time here. Almost went over. Okay guys, well that cuts it for this one. When we come back, maybe we'll continue processing, probably cut down some more trees, bring some more stuff over here. We got a nice little kind of skidding thing going on here, so this is working out well. Yeah, I guess if you liked the video, leave a like. If not, don't. But either way, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.